just as good, even better.
Clayton, I think we're on air.
We're in Augusta. I'm in Corryn Stadium.
Test your mic. Can you hear me, Clayton?
Tuning into the room. Must be. I hope so. We've got Miss Kaylee on the cameras, and moving cameras for everyone today. Hi, Jim, do you hear me? Hey, Jim.
See this thing kick me out?
Yeah.
And then I'm having trouble getting back in.
Go back to admin, right there.
Oh, admin. You said admin earlier.
Can you hear me, Jeremy?
Looks like we'll have some rocks in play in this opening end.
Okay, so.
Someone will.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Big fan of.
Someone will, I don't know who.
Okay, fair enough.
Not only for the viewers, of course, it's better for us. I think the quicker you can start making the opponent throw some tougher shots. Hey, Jim, you got me?
Good morning to all of you. Jim Mix here with Corryn McCusker. Just put a little link in going on my end here. So we're just early in the action here. Fourth rock to come. This being first round action between Henderson and Englot. It's actually the second game for Englot. She did play earlier today. Then did manage to lay in against Shirley and Forstead, beat her 6-5. Anderson's first game.
Jerry says still waiting.
Still waiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
They must be having issues.
Okay, you guys, you're ready to go on air now. James has you live. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and welcome the fans to Swift Current.
Right on. Sounds good, guys. Thank you. Jeremy Dyke here alongside Clayton Wicks. I think we're still having a little bit of microphone issue. We can't hear each other. If you can hear us on air, that's great. Welcome to the Western Dominion. Team Strouse, showing the Reds, has won the draw to the button for the hammer in the first end, and we're just going rock for rock right now, trying to learn the ice and figure out some rocks. So looks like we're going to have a blank right here right off the bat as we go along. Not sure if you can hear us. Everybody give us a thumbs up out there or in the chat if you can hear us talking.
Even though that they're wrong. Yeah, okay.
Well, the play's been down the center so far, a little bit of a hit and roll here, so we'll get a little bit of shot out to the wings. Hit and roll back to the middle. Another takeout down the middle here coming from Sarah Anderson. Yeah, didn't think you were. So what you're saying is I've been talking to myself.
Oh, I've been listening. That doesn't help you out.
It's delayed. I'm delayed
Oh, I heard that.
by quite a bit.
Yeah.
But wait a minute.
But
Yeah,
maybe
I
this
heard that. But
you might,
you're on Anglets?
no, two. Oh, yeah, sorry.
There, I can, it's all delayed on here.
So yes, you are. You're talking. So you might want to apologize to people.
Bring it in spirit.
Two.
Fire.
So after the hit and roll out, we got Brown here with the draw down the middle.
Such a delay.
So we're having some technical difficulties here, is my understanding. My understanding is you can hear me talking. It's quite delayed. My counterpart, Clayton, we can't get him up and running for some reason. So hopefully I'm talking to someone out there and not just myself, but we'll get her figured here shortly. Still in the first end, going rock for rock. A little uneventful first end here for you. Got Team Strouse from the U.S. throwing the red rocks, and Team Brown from BC throwing yellows. Little hit and roll there. I can hear you now, Clayton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me? Bear with us. We're not very good with technology here.
Well, I could hear you, Jamie, but only not through the headset. I could hear you talking.
Oh, well, I'll have to yell at you. I got you loud and clear through my headset, so that's a good start.
Okay, our viewers should be able to hear it then.
Last rock. Looking for a hit and roll out Blake the end.
So hopefully we got the glitches out here. We should be going to a short timeout, and when we come back for the second end, hopefully everything's running well here at the IG Wealth Management Western Showdown. Oh, sorry, the RBC Wealth Management Showdown. Too many signs on the wall.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you
And we're back at the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown. I said that wrong just before he went to break. I'm here with Jeremy Dyke. We've had some technical difficulties getting this going, but it started when I had to run home and get a different headset. My mic's working, but my headset earphones aren't, so I'm listening to Jerry and answer him.
Jeremy, not Jerry.
Jeremy, not Jerry. Jerry's down east.
Jerry's the one that's
for it.
So it looks like we got some rocks in play on this end to start anyways. We got the high center guard and the center come around here. So looks like we'll get some action here in end two. So Clayton, I got to ask you, after that first end and that intentional blank, have you heard of the new rule that they're testing out at the the Grand Slam of curling in January?
No, fill me in.
So they're going to test out 2 blanks in a row, and you're going to lose your hammer. What do you think?
Well, it wouldn't affect me because I can't blank an end anyway. I don't have the skill, but it's every time they come up with these rules, we think they don't work, but after they put them in place for a while, they seem to come around. I've been curling long enough. I remember when they invented the free guard zone. So when they do stuff like that, it's not without consultations. All the pro players are involved, and I'd like to watch it and see how it works.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I've heard a couple of different mixed reviews. It's going to get you a lot more rocks in play and keep your fans a little bit more engaged. One of the negative reviews I was reading here the other day is it's not rewarding good shots. So if you're sitting there, lying 3, guy with hammer creates a triple takeout, now you're playing for a blank. Right. So are you taking the reward away for making a great shot? And I think that's what they're going to have to evaluate moving forward. It'll be interesting.
For sure. Good point.
Well, I didn't make it. That's just what I read. I haven't made a double takeout in my life, so if there's rocks in play, I'm in trouble. Going for a run back here. Going to hit and stick on her own, but she removed that center line guard and moved over to the corner. They're going to put it right back up, though.
I guess I should warn our listeners. My points of view are coming from club curling. Strategy sometimes varies to what I shouldn't say sometimes, it just about always varies to what we see out here.
And my opinion is coming from being a couch curler, and just took up the game myself about a little over a year ago now, so very little experience except for yelling at a TV screen and telling them they're doing it wrong. If you're in and around the Swift Current area, though, and you're thinking of coming down, I'm telling you, she is a star-studded lineup out here this weekend and a great price to get into the building. The men's start tomorrow. We got Kevin Cooey, Brad Gushu, Brad Jacobs, what's his name? Saskatchewan now. McEwen. Carrie on the ice right now. Caitlin Laws was there this morning.
Matt Dunstone's here.
Yeah, it's full of great curling this weekend.
And my favorite ladies team, the Schwaller team.
All the way from Switzerland. And Krista McCarville's here this afternoon. We'll see if we hear any moose calls out there on the ice. If they're going to get any coffee cans and strings, and see what kind of Northern Ontario following we're going to have.
I listened to a podcast that Brad Jacobs was on, and that's one thing that he actually wants is more noise from the crowd. He feeds off of it.
Oh, absolutely. How can you not in any sport, right? Home court advantage and home field advantage and curling, they love it. Even when he's in Newfoundland getting booed like he did there a couple weekends ago.
But they was cheering at the Olympics in Vancouver too, and people didn't know what that was about, but maybe they were ahead of their time.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say that. 2010, the cheering there, it brought. My understanding is it brought more fans, and they really enjoyed it. The curlers enjoyed it. You've seen the mixed doubles; they're playing music all the time during the mixed doubles and stuff. It's bringing some good entertainment. Going for another run back here. Team Strouse is just going to keep throwing that center guard until they can make that run back. They're sitting two, and they don't look like they're going to be easy to remove with what's happening out front.
So do you think we'll see the attempt at a corner freeze on those two red ones in the forefoot, or is she going to peel again?
Well, with such a long guard, I don't think the run back's an option. Maybe a little tap is what she's calling here.
Yeah.
Hack waiter. Well, back eight. I was curling last night, and my skip asked me for a back eight weight. I laughed. Like I know how to throw You want me to draw, I'll try and draw. You want me to hit, I'll try and hit. There is no in between.
But they still invite you back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Bar tab?
Yeah. Well, when you hog as many as I do, it's a team you want to be on. You always have to buy around. No, wrecked on the guard there.
See, I think that was quite a little bit lighter than what the skip asked for. So it's not everybody that throws a little bit wrong weight all the time.
That's right. I think she might have been here last night watching me, actually. I think they're just going to throw another one right back up there again. I think this is sliding a little more than she wants it to. Might see a run back attempt again here. You have this shot in your repertoire, eh, Clayton?
Yeah, I've been known to take one of those.
The accidental ones? See, I've lost you now. I can't hear you now.
So I figured it out. If I turn off, you can hear me. No, sorry. If I turn my mic on, you can hear me. I have to turn it off to hear you in the headset.
Oh, so you got to be busy with your fingers over there then.
Maybe that's so I don't talk while you're talking.
Here we go with another run back. Nope. Oh, took out her own yellow this time. Opened up the front. See what Strouse is going to do here. Looks like we're going to get another center line guard.
This could be leading up to the shot that you were talking about. If she gets this too close and she runs the triple, it's a good shot. But do you get the reward for it if it's too many innings down the road?
Well, and that's just it. You're set up to take two right now. You're throwing another guard. She makes a perfect run back and the house is wide open. So now you're playing for a blank. She'll come around the corner after, but if you can get there and take it, and that's two blanks in a row, and now you lost your hammer. You're right. That's what we're kind of talking about here. So it'll be interesting to see how that rule eventually does work out. She's coming way in here. Oh, a little rub and roll to try and get to center. I think she left it a little open here.
Still a tough double, I think. Tough for me. I don't know about the girls.
Yeah, I think they'll be coming with some weight here. See what kind of action she gets off the rocks. Imagine she'll try and spill her shot just to go behind the corner here and try and force a one out of Team Strouse. Right on the nose. Strouse still lying one with hammer here. Last rock to come. Looks like she's gonna try and draw a piece of the button full 4 foot for her 2.
On the right side of the street.
Looks good. Calling them on, calling them off. It's always a good sign. Here comes the curl. Little rub and roll in, maybe get lucky. Oh, I don't think so. Just the 1 for Anderson, I think.
It spun in at the last, but not enough.
No, not enough. I think we'll step out for a timeout here. 1-0 Strouse after 2. Brown with hammer.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bonspiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
We're back at the Innovation Federal Credit Union Plex in Swift Current at the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Helping me out a lot here is Jeremy Dyke, and I'm Clayton Wicks, and we'll try to get you up to speed. Strouse scored. She did get only 1 in the second end, very close to the second point with a little rub to spin in, but didn't quite get it.
Well, it took 2 ends, and I'm already getting text messages from family making fun of me as a commentator. I knew it wouldn't take long, Clayton, but sure enough, there they are asking for their shout out. Not even going to give her one because she won't leave me alone. So no shout out for her. neither team afraid of bringing the play to the center line. They're, even with hammer, they're coming around that center line guard and trying to be the first to the button here. It's a great draw.
So were you out and about in the snowstorm last weekend?
Yeah, I made the mistake of traveling to Yorkton to watch my kid play some basketball, and of course we spent the extra night. My brother lives there, so we ended up driving home on Sunday, and that 3.5 to 4 hour drive took us close to 7. And we only put the tire off the road and into the ditch once, but we brought her back, and we ended up getting home safely, and I'm glad that we did. It was a little stressful.
Yes, after the spiel here last weekend, the teams that went back to Regina that left, I think they left around 5 or 6 o'clock, and I think it was a 6-hour journey.
Yeah, I drove that highway. She was a slow go coming. We were heading west, I guess, and they would have been heading east, but even you could see the traffic going east. They were not moving very fast whatsoever.
Speaking of weather, do you know what Santa Claus says when Mrs. Claus asks what the weather's like?
You got me there.
Reindeer.
That's a good one. I should have got that one. Well, I went and did some studying before the game, and you know what? I don't have anyone on Team Brown with the last name Colton, so I must have missed something here, or she's wearing a different jacket. It's not very nice for my first time ever commentating, and they're already throwing me for a loop.
You did some research? I walked into the rink and ran home and got my computer.
Yeah, well, every once in a while I can do a little bit of homework. Don't tell my kids. Yeah, I have this as a Desiree Hawes as their second, but I must have missed something.
Our general manager, Chris Heikert, liked my reindeer joke. Now my text messages are buzzing. Shout out to Chris. Now that you're listening or watching, I know this is going to get your head all swelled up, but maybe that'll keep you from coming into the lounge. But Chris has done a fantastic job here over the last several years. There's too many sponsors to name and signs all over the place and all over the ice. It's great to see his hard work paying off.
It really is, and you're right. You can't talk too much about Chris because his head is big enough already. But you could just tell the hard work that's put in by the lineup that you have here this weekend as well, right? You're bringing in such a great event with such great curlers, and there's a lot of behind the scenes things that needs to go into that. And he does a really good job at it, and we should throw a shout out to all the volunteers here in the area too. I was talking to him earlier, making sure he had enough, and he actually said he had too many volunteers this weekend. So it's a good thing for the city of Swift Current and the community to come out and volunteer that the way they do.
I better give a hats off to Jerry at Curl Stadium as well before he cuts us off the air. Even with the technical glitches, those guys work hard and bring an added value to this rink just by watching any game you want. And for those that are interested, if you want to look on Thursday nights and watch me curl, you can. But if you go back to the old videos, they're better than what I've been doing currently.
I'm not going to tell anyone on there what night I curl. I don't need anyone watching me learn some pretty bad habits.
However, I will boast that first Super League game this year, I got an 8-ender, so that's probably when I should have.
That's right. I remember seeing that photo. That was something else. First game of the year, and you guys throw out an 8-ender out there. Is that your first one ever?
First one ever.
Yeah, right on. Good for you guys.
They're pretty rare when it comes to that, and just to fill everybody in, it wasn't a weak team that we were doing it against. We were tied up after 6 ends, and they got themselves into the point where they either had to hide and steal, or it was game over. And even with their last rock, they tried to hide.
Yeah, that's awesome. 8-ender. I've never seen one. I see the pictures, but I've never been a part of one. I've never seen one live. But you know, with the talent here this weekend, I don't think we're going to see one neither. I think there's too much talent on the ice to allow an 8-ender to happen. There's Sarah Anderson here throwing her last rock.
Second last.
Isn't that her last rock for the third?
Sorry. Another technical glitch on my part.
Just a little bit of a tap back here on that red-yellow on the center line. Looks pretty good. And job well done. I think she left a little bit, maybe an easy double there, but got the yellow and sitting 2.
I think she'll elect to hit and roll on top of the other red stone.
Little hit and flop over. I guess that would be the right play, and then you're sitting on top, maybe get a little piece of frozen there.
I've always wondered what it would be like to call a shot and have your teammate actually do it.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Don't ask our skip, Leanne. I'll tell you that. She's never felt that in the 2 years that we've curled together, or a year and a half. So, not for me, anyways. That was a great shot, though. That is touching. They are 100% frozen right on top. Not necessarily lying the one or counting, but good setup shot. Lots of activities here at the rink this weekend too. We got the Hot Shots tournament up here in the lounge. Anybody can enter, is my understanding, and the winner of the Hot Shots tournament wins beer for a year. Great West.
And my brother-in-law from Australia said he wanted to sponsor me in it.
Oh yeah. He obviously hasn't seen you curl.
Yeah, this is not on ice.
What else? We got some silent auction items up here. A lot of good stuff donated by different teams. Lots of the teams' autographs. There's some brooms and some game-worn shirts and some pictures and drills and you name it. You come up here and throw a bid down. I've got my name out there, and I threw Clayton's on a few. I don't know if he knows that I have yet or not, but he's definitely winning a few with the amount of money I bid for him.
Nice of you to pay for it too.
Team Strouse wanted to come a little farther than that. I think she was looking to count 1 and 2 there. We came up a little light, so we'll see what Team Brown wants to do with this one.
It would appear she's probably paying that back line weight and, hopefully corner the yellow, pop the red out, and get a little separation on the yellow.
Yeah, sit and lie too, and hopefully not leave an easy double coming back the other way.
See how our couch curling predictions are.
Yeah.
Our predictions weren't very good.
No, this is coming with a little more weight than we thought. A little double off of this red maybe, or hit and roll over again. Yeah, got that red moving. Looks like she got it moving enough to lie 2. I'm going 2 yellow on that one.
That particular shot didn't come out of our vocabulary.
And that's why we're sitting on the couch. Definitely making Team Strouse think about it. I saw her trying to call for a draw around those 2 yellow earlier, and now looks like she's going to elect to hit instead. Nice double across the top there. Last rock coming here. I think we're going to see another blank. Definitely going to try to anyways. Ooh, and she flashes it. Steal a 1 for Strouse.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Saskatchewan, you know Sasktel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With Sasktel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. Sasktel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
And we're back, everyone, to the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown. That's a mouthful I finally got out. Little glitch in the last end, the first one we've seen so far. There's a fairly open hit to blank, and the miss was generated, so Strouse steals one. Now up 2-0 after 3 ends of play.
Little different strategy this end. We haven't seen it yet. Brown has decided to play to the wings, maybe trying to generate a deuce here since she hasn't been able to. And Strouse taking it right back to the center line again. We'll see what happens here. It looks like she's calling for a little bit of a corner freeze. Come up a little short, left it right out front. Strouse going to try and come around to the middle again here.
That draw was 13 seconds between the hog lines, so ends up sliding through the house. I think they're probably wanting to see about 14, maybe as fast as 14.5 on the draw.
It's Clayton for our listeners out there, and maybe some of them that are new to Swift Current. Where's the good place to go eat?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
Well, most everywhere.
Your house?
Sure.
Going for another run back here. Didn't curl up enough for her. Opens up the middle though. What are we going to see here, Clayton? Maybe a little hit and roll in off of that corner guard.
I thought she called for the draw, but nope, you're right. Get rid of a corner and hopefully get another one on the rings. So a slight miss there. This will give them now the opportunity to get a little hit and roll behind the corner guard if she executes it perfectly.
You gotta love it. You got guys texting you, telling you to turn your ringer down because every time he texts you, he can hear it and it's distracting. Well, the solution is stop texting me, Kevin. Whoa. Is that gonna bite? There, it does a job. I think that's still touching, isn't it? How true are the rings? That's what they're asking. How true are our rings in Swift Current?
Oh, the rings are true. How true are your eyes?
They're going to hit it anyways. It must be biting that they're going to go after it. This is not an easy shot way out into the wings like this. This isn't something that you ever really practice or get to see a lot of people doing. Oh, good shot.
We'll now see them try to draw and just get on top of that red stone so the yellow can't be removed very easy. So my fat fingers on my iPhone had that one at 15 seconds between the hog lines, so I would guess it's about 14.5 to 15.
Coming with some weight at this one, looking for a run back. Remove the guard, so plan A or objective A done anyways.
So if they execute the rest of the end, they've got a good chance of generating their deuce now. Probably slid a little too deep for them. It's a tough double, but they might decide to come and freeze on top of it. The redstone's a bit of a concern if they try to go for the double.
Still going to play off that yellow. Looks like they're just calling for maybe a hit and roll over. Not sure if they're going for the double, but you're right. I don't know if they get by that red one or not, or if they jam it.
If they get the roll to where she wants it, it'll probably hit out the redstone, but it won't jam.
I ended up hitting it right on the nose. So, like you said, the deuce is still definitely there with a few more rocks to play yet.
There's a potential chance for 3 now, but that would mean a miss. But if she puts this one top 4, it's going to leave Strouse some decisions to make.
Looks better here.
I got everything now. I got everybody's pictures and everything. Where are we here? Here we go. No, it's not the right game.
Looks like she's considering the run back all right, but like I mentioned earlier, if this isn't made, it could be possible 2 or maybe even 3 for Brown.
Yeah, I got to be pretty precise with this one. Well, did the job there. Limit the damage. Should be only a deuce here, just a hit and stick or a little hit and flop for 2.
After a nice hit and stick, Brown gets 2 to tie it at 2 after 4 ends of play here at the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown at the Innovation Federal Credit Union iPlex in Swift Current.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the Corryn community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed? More innovation?
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
And we're back at the Swift Current Curling Club at the Innovation Federal Credit Union IPlex in Swift Current. The RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities playdown, and we're all tied up at 2 after 4 ends of play.
We're back on the center again. Yeah, Strouse doesn't look like she wants to move to the wings at all. She likes to keep everything down the middle. Bit of a mistake there. Flashed it, left it sitting there. So see what Brown looks like. She wants to play a little bit of a tap, maybe roll in behind cover a little better. Kind of exchanging mistakes here a little bit. A little rub and roll off the guard. Left that yellow wide open now. Here we go again with another run back down the middle. See if we can get one here. Hey, there we go. Beauty of a shot.
You guys are dumb and dumber commentating, but actually. How do you make this work?
So we got Team Strouse with 2 locked in there on the button. Brown debating what she should do here. Strouse with hammer in the 5th.
Hey, Jeremy, I think the viewers aren't in luck. Clayton had to take a quick pee break, so now you're stuck with me here for my thoughts on the remainder of this end.
I apologize to all the viewers and listeners out there. That's Mr. Hackard on the other microphone.
All righty, what do we got here going on down at the ice? We got a game. Looks like Brown has Strouse has hammer. Red's got hammer, lying a couple, all buried. Looks like they're playing this long run back.
Hasn't been successful with very many of the run backs, even the shorter ones so far this game. So we'll see if she can correct herself here and get one back there.
Tell you what, a lot of that has to do with these curlers just getting familiar with the ice and how much it curls, and this is their first game out here. I can assure you by the end of the week, they won't be missing these by much, but you'll see them making a lot of them.
I think you'll see Team Strouse probably come up and throw another centerline guard here.
Just looking across at some of the other scoreboards, Einerson was down 4-2 to Michelle Englot, but she bounced back with a 3-ball in the fourth, so she is up 5-4 over Michelle Englot after 4 ends of play. You got Kate Cameron and McMillan in an absolute heater over there, tied 2 apiece. They're still playing the fourth end. And Skrillik is up 4-2 on Ashley Theveno over on sheet 6. Back to our feature game here. Tied at 2 apiece. Strouse with hammer and her first shot here in the fifth end.
You mentioned getting to know the ice and the rocks, and you're 100% right. You're seeing it next door with the fact that Englot got to play earlier this morning, so they got a little bit of an advantage there on Einerson, however you want to pronounce it, because they've already been out here and know a little bit of what's going on.
Strouse looking for a center guard, and she'll do just that. Plugs that hole up perfectly. Lying a couple there with hammer in the fifth. It's funny you mentioned Einerson and how to pronounce it. Well, it might help you pronounce it if the general manager of the curling club actually spelled her name correctly on the scoreboard. I'll throw out a big apology to Einerson there, and I'll let her know that I do have the letter A currently in the works. So your next game, we will have that spelled correctly on the board, and that's my bad. I can't even find anyone to blame on that one.
There's something with you and names on those boards, because actually when we joined curling here last year in January, we were on a piece of paper for the rest of this season until this year you finally got our name on there on an actual board. So I think it was handwritten with a black jiffy.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeremy, Einerson there, 4-time back-to-back Scotties champion. We'll get hers professionally done up. You, my friend, I saw you curling Wednesday night, and you still got a long ways to go. Tell us a little bit about that. We sharpened the rocks here for this event Wednesday afternoon, and then the Wednesday evening league played, and you were a part of that. And just tell me a little bit about that experience with the rocks being scratched and what you saw.
Well, we knew going in that they were scratched about a week ago, and then we didn't realize they were scratched Wednesday morning. So we knew to take a little bit more ice, but man, did those things move. Hog line in, it was something else. Those rocks were going straight sideways. It was, it's fun because we've always had great movement at the club here, but you see that kind of movement on TV, and to actually get to experience it and try and figure it out, it was a lot of fun.
Brown with an absolute pistol there. It was kind of, the curling game was up for grabs there. She misses that. It would have been 3, and Strouse would have blown this game wide open, but she made one heck of an angle run back. Looks like Red's lying 1. You'll see Strouse play a light tap back for her 2 points. It's here in the fifth. throw a shout out here to Curling Stadium and Jerry Gertz and his whole crew. They started bringing curling right to your doorstep inside curling clubs all over the place. They now have, they got to be up to 25 curling clubs across the world, including the USA, Scotland, I believe over in Asia, USA, and all throughout Canada. The curling stadium's bringing curling right to your own living room. So shout out to them for the excellent work that they're doing here in promoting curling and bringing curling to the viewer.
Bit of plan B here. No touch on the yellow, just straight draw to the button for 2. It was a good shot.
2 points for Strouse here in the 5th. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Here we are, back at you at the Swift Current Curling Club in the Innovation Federal Credit Union iPlex, the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Just completed a awesome 5th end with Brown making an in-off to get her out of quite a bit of trouble. Stuck it onto the 4-foot, and then Brown made a nice draw to the button to get her deuce. So we're sitting at 4-2 after 5 ends of play.
Strouse came in, put one on the button, and Brown ignored it, threw up the corner guard. Now Strouse threw the center line guard here, so looks like Brown's gonna come to the middle and try and freeze on top of that one on the button. Beauty shot right on top button, full 4-foot. Strouse calling for a corner freeze here. Looks like a pretty good crowd out there, Clayton. I haven't even looked. I've kind of blocked off up here, but that looks pretty full out there.
Yeah, and a decent crowd in the lounge here too. So for the second draw of the day, it's pretty good.
For a Thursday afternoon, you know she's going to be full in here come the weekend. Get your tickets now. I heard they're close to a sellout, so if you don't have them, Make sure you get down here and get your tickets. Strouse slides a little wide and a little deep here with that one.
Yeah, that went about 4 or 5 feet deeper than she wanted to. I'm sure you're going to see Brown try to lock one on top of the yellow, or maybe even give it a slight tap to freeze it onto the red that's just back of the button. That's just about 15 seconds between the hog lines, so it won't make it to the 4 foot, but guard it nicely.
Not sure that was the call. Throwing a guard up there like that.
I didn't see the actual call, but I wouldn't be surprised it is. She's getting into that stage where she is guarding that rock on the button with her life. Brown with hammer will start cleaning things up now. Let's see if she can't get at that yellow one that's at the top of the house, or top of the 4 foot, sorry.
Uh-oh. She got one of them and rolled the red into the rings there. It's not doing much for damage, but see another guard by the looks of it. Team discussion going on here to see what they're going to do next. Did you hear that, Jeremy?
Nope, but I sure as hell hope you don't do that anymore.
Looks like she's going to be coming down here, looking, I believe, for the double peel of some kind, and maybe running back onto the yellows and get things moving in the house. But I think needing to get both reds out of the middle is the main goal here. Got some granite moving. Still left a centerline guard out there, but it looks like the yellow on the top of the forefoot's a little more accessible. Maybe not. Strouse calling for a corner freeze on the yellow.
Although she didn't get the corner freeze, we did get staggered center guard, so it's a pretty decent shot. They looks like they're thinking of trying to do the come around tap. They said the weight's up. She's trying to get it to curl over here to get a piece of this yellow. It's starting to come now. Nope. He's trying to play he's called for a back 12 tap back on the yellow onto the red there, but I think had a bit more closer to bumper weight than back 12. Ran a little straight on him. You see Anderson. Strouse. Why did I say Anderson? Oh, Anderson's the third. That's why. Jeez. I'm going to see Strouse try and plug that off now so they can't come and play that same shot. Delaney Strouse, the good guard there. I'm thinking that's preventing any hack weight or back 12
bump up of any kind coming from that side, the left side as you look at it on your TV screen. Another team meeting here, trying to figure out how they can generate a deuce or even their one at this point. What would you do here, Clayton? You come down and try and corner freeze that red one and set yourself up. At least then you have a shot, or what? I guess if they guard that, you're still in trouble.
Well, right now, I think the only two options are to run that corner guard in that's high left as we look at it. I don't know if you can get there with the out-turn draw, if it'll come in hard enough. If we taught them how to throw like we do in club curling, they'd whistle in there like crazy. But with the positive throws these ladies throw, I don't know if it will come in that much or not.
We're talking this in off of this red here on the right as you look at it on the TV screen. Maybe save that for their second.
I think their fear might be if they don't make this shot, Strouse might try to do that to get rid of the yellow, and then they're in big trouble. But I don't know if Strouse would do that or not, because you could jam it back onto the one you already have. So time will tell.
I'm not sure what they decided on here. Maybe a draw? Looks like the ice is just set up for maybe drawing into the 4 foot.
She's got lots of weight. I had that at 13 at the hog line, so not sure if they thought that would curl enough to rub yellow or not.
I think Strouse is going to try and block off running that yellow back. Make them do an in off of the red if that leave them that one. Just throwing a guard here. Just trying to block off, get a little bit farther than that yellow that you see coming into the picture there and block off them brown from running that one back, I think is the play here. And I think she did just that. Kind of make that yellow obsolete in the top left. So brown's already out looking at the in off the right here. The Sandra Schmerler shot from back in the day. Or the Jennifer Jones shot, they call it too. These are not easy. Yes, the big scare here is you hit this a little thick and take your yellow out. You got to stay fairly close with the one that you're throwing to try and outscore the one that's in the 8-foot there. Don't want to be giving up two. You're only giving up one as of right now. You definitely do not want to give up that second one. Oh. Did take out her yellow, but still only gave up the one.
So it will be a 5-2 game after 6 here at the Innovation Federal Credit Union iPlex in Swift Current.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
We're back in Swift Current. 7th end in play. Strouse is up over Brown by a score of 5-2 at the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown.
Looks like kind of the same start as what we got last end. Strouse comes in, top of the button, and Brown ignores it and throws the corner guard. I think the only difference that we're seeing here is I believe Strouse is called for this one in the house as well instead of a guard. See where it ends up here.
Strouse will play this end, I'm pretty sure, keeping as few stones in play as possible. Worst case scenario, if she does give up the 2, she's 1 up, coming home with hammer.
Another corner guard going up on the other side here for Brown.
This next call is the one that always interests me. Now that you've got almost more rocks in play that you want, where do you put this one? Another one in the house isn't really a good idea. So I think she's going to call it just short of the rings.
Some score updates across the sheets here. Englot scored 2 in the 5th to go up 6-5 over Carrie Anderson. What do we got? McMillan up 4-3 after 5 over Cameron. Skrillick is up 7-2 after 5 over... I don't know what that name is. Stevenot? Thevenot. However you want to pronounce it. V-not. There, we could go that way too if we had to. Tahivenot. A little bit of a run back or slash hit and roll maybe in behind buried. I'm going to leave it out front. Yeah, move some granite around. Still 2 red in the house and a center line guard out front.
Pretty sure you'll see Strouse starting to get rid of yellow, but I shouldn't say pretty sure because she's thinking. Looked like she was contemplating drawing in, and her third Anderson started on her way down, but now they're electing to try the double peel.
Yeah, trying to get one for sure, hoping to get lucky and get that center one as well, but I think the call is, let's definitely get our first one, and if we can, we'll manage that second. Beauty of a shot. Get rid of some of those yellows out front there. Leave it wide open.
I don't think Brown has much choice other than try to hide behind the corner and see what Strouse will do. I think she'll always elect to go after it, and if she has to get rid of that high corner guard, she'll do that. But it's pretty high, so I don't know if you can hide this rock. So as you look at that rock, it's mostly buried, but if you notice when it went by the guard at the hog line, there was probably about a rock and a half width of room, so she should be able to get at this no problem.
Nice little hit and roll to the back of the button there. Looks like Brown's going to try and execute a double here. And just a tap.
Yeah, I think Brown will be doing a tap back. She wants some yellow behind the tee line, so it's a little difficult to get, or some red behind the tee line. So it'll be difficult to get this yellow out if she plays that tap right. She can leave this froze right on that top one. That's a nice shot as well.
Yeah, just a little bump. Leaves that yellow sitting there.
I still think, yeah, you'll see a high velocity peel here, and if she gets rid of the yellow and 2 or 3 of her ribs, she'd be happy with that.
Just a straight peel on that one. Little bump on the 2 reds. But still line 3 for Team Strouse.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brown would have liked to seen, or Strouse would have liked to seen at least one of her reds exit the back there. The more granite behind the tee line, the advantage starts slipping over to Brown.
Another tap back here, is that the call?
Absolutely, tap back or freeze. I'm almost guessing freeze. These ladies can throw so hard that if you tap it back, the rock you just threw is going to exit somewhere.
She ended up tapping it back and leaving, like you said, leaving those 2 reds there at the back of the 8-foot, kind of building a little bit of a pocket / a wall there. So see what Strouse wants to do. Just a straight peel, looks like, on the yellow again. If she accidentally clips a red on the back, that would benefit her too. First of the skip stones here in the 7th. You know, Clayton, when they asked me to commentate today, I said absolutely, I'd do anything to try and help out, but I was told there was a teleprompter and I'd get to throw rocks out there and circle this and circle that on the screen and tell them what they should and shouldn't do, and all I have is a laptop. I've been trying to use my finger, but nothing's really working here, so I think Chris lied to us.
You have to get to know Chris just a little better. There's been a saying going around the club that 80% of what Chris says is BS and 20% of it is a lie.
Isn't that the truth? That's the most truthful thing someone said about Chris, I think, in a long time. Oh, speak of the devil.
I do have to give credit to Steve Laycock for that saying, though. He was the one that advised me of that last year.
Surprised they still let him on his team.
So Brown needs to leave this somewhere that Strouse can't get out it or take it out. Hopefully in a spot, if she tries to take it out, it would jam, would be the hope that Brown has right now.
Don't want to come too deep though, neither. Do you want to stay above the tee line here?
No, she could actually nestle right into the pocket now. She's in desperation mode. If she would have put it into the grubs, then and it was perfect, Strouse would have probably followed it. So it's going to be elimination now and forced to 1 and be up 2 coming home. I think Brown had the right weight on there. She probably would have just rather had that rock sitting where the broom is being held right now to make it a little difficult to, or more difficult to pick it out on either side.
Yeah, if anything, she overcurled a little bit there. That was more of a line shot than a weight shot, I think. It was a fairly straightforward takeout here, trying to make it curl a bit. Oh, got enough. Just barely. Still counts, though. So you got your draw for 1. Touching Gray, just got to touch the forefoot to draw for 1 here. And down 2 going in the 8th for Brown. Looks like we have our first final. Sure looks like they shook hands. We might have missed the handshake, but it sure looks like that one's done. The rocks are all lined up. McMillan Cameron game. I'm guessing McMillan with the victory on that one. So a 7-2 victory after they would have shook after 6 ends. And there's the draw for 1. Go ahead, Clayton.
So after 7 ends of play, it will be a 6-4 lead for Strouse, and Strouse will have the hammer coming home.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Sasktel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? Sasktel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
So we're back live at the Swift Current Curling Club in the game against Strouse and Brown. It is 5-3 after 7 ends of play. We're coming at you, and you can watch us your iPhone or on your computer or on your TV. If you've got internet access, you can be watching these games thanks to Curl Stadium and Jerry and his hardworking crew. If you want to watch any of these games, you can actually go onto the Swift Current Curling Club website, and there'll be a link there, and you just click and follow your way through and watch the games. And again, big shout out to Curling Stadium, and as well to RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities for sponsoring the Western Showdown. And here we are playing 8. As I said, Strouse has a 2-point lead with Hammer coming home. They just had to measure the yellow rock at center there to see if it was actually touching the line or not. If it's not touching the line, it can be removed. If it's touching the line, it can't be moved off the line.
Not removed, just moved, right? Yeah. I don't think they liked using the Kleenex box. I think they got Chris going to try and find something else here to measure that with. What would you use to measure this with? What is there that you use?
I'm not sure what they have. If they have something that would actually go over the rock and touch both sides or, on the line. Here comes our GM to give an official look at it. Looks like he's got a crib board.
It's a cribbage board. That's no better than a Kleenex box.
If you can't decide, have a game of crib.
Yeah,
One of the things I saw here a couple of weeks ago, Jerry, in an extra end, we had a team that raised a rock in, and it was actually tied. They couldn't decide which rock was shot, and they had to replay the end.
It was Wayne's team, wasn't it? Oakman, that's right. He's filling in for us later that week, and he was explaining that to us that they had to tie and play an 11th, or not an 11th, but you know what I mean, a 10th end or whatever in an 8-end game. That's pretty crazy.
I don't know if it's a rule, but the hog line situation, if you think a rog is hogged or not, the rules say clearly over. So if you can't decide, I would assume it would be touching. Now, apparently,
it's not.
Well, with this call, I would say it's not touching the center line, but we'll find out after to see if it gets replaced or not.
Well, if it gets removed, it's getting replaced. I'm saying that's out, so she's going back.
That still doesn't tell us whether it was touching the center line or not.
Oh, technically not, but I'm guessing that was the call. They played the tick, so I'm guessing it isn't on the center line. Not advantage, but that definitely helps Brown out in this scenario.
Not much discussion to be had on the second stone, whether it's touching the center line or not.
Believe it or not, that got called out in our Wednesday night game. There was one on the center line. The other team accidentally hit it and removed it, and they called it out and put it back on the center line and removed the rock that was thrown. I couldn't believe that they were playing the no-tick rule. I didn't know that. I thought that was only a rule for the professionals. I didn't know us lowly curlers at club level play that as well.
But they could have still been playing the 5-rock rule in that case. So I'd say that ended up deeper than what Strouse wanted, so it could make this interesting if Brown keeps stacking him in there.
Brown wants to stay above the tee line here, I'm thinking, eh?
She'll want to be top 4, I think.
And just to the back of the button there. Completely buried. You're going to see a peel here now.
Yeah, the double peel and roll away is definitely makeable here.
We got them off of center anyways. They're still there, but they're away from the center line, which is always good for Team Strouse. Looks like Brown's just going to try and replace one here.
So here's an interesting call for me, and I'll be wrong, but if I was Brown, I would be very tempted to go around a corner guard here rather than throw up center. Try to generate your deuce that way.
Doesn't have the hammer, though. She's got a steal, too, here.
Good morning.
Welcome to the game, Clayton. Oh, if I only had a teleprompter that I could write that on.
Now you know why I get the head shake from my front end when we're out curling.
I think you're going to see a lot of this, just center line peel, and then Brown's going to eventually have to make a move with a couple left here. You hope for a mistake. Sheet next door, Englot scores a big 3 in the 7th to take a 3-point lead, 9-6 over Carrie Anderson. Centerline guard thrown up, just touching the rings. Another peel. Look at that. Run back, got the yellow on the back of the button. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. See Brown now going to try and hide around this other red one, the long guard out, just off center. Good shot, fully buried, touching 4. See Strouse peel their own guard here, get rid of the rocks, and Try and leave it wide open so they can hit.
As we wind down here in the 8th end, I want to thank co-commentator Jeremy Dyke for helping along with this, and anybody else out there or amateurs like us and have a chance to hook up with Curl Stadium. Can be a lot of fun doing this, and you really can't do anything wrong. So reach out to your curling club if you don't have Curl Stadium. Maybe it's something you want to investigate. It's generated a lot of interest in our club and a lot of sponsorship opportunities. So thanks, Jeremy, and we'll keep plugging away for the rest of this game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good come around here and to the 8-foot to lie 2 for Brown. And yeah, thanks a lot, Clayton. I appreciate it. It's my first time ever doing any commentating for curling, so I'm glad they hooked me up with the vet here. If I had to, one comment about today's broadcast, if I had to ask you for one favor next time, is please don't leave your mic unattended, because Chris is always around to pick it up, and we hear enough of that guy's voice on a daily basis. We don't need to broadcast him across the rest of the radio waves here. So, but no, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate it. And it's good to sit and watch some great curling.
Another shout out to RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities for sponsoring. Doesn't take a lot of knowledge to know that without these sponsors and stuff, these curlers wouldn't have the opportunity to come out and help cover their costs by making some money, and helps the curling clubs as well.
So straight takeout here, I think, for Team Strouse. Little roll in to lie the 1 there. Brown will have to do something with that, I would imagine. Little hit and roll underneath. It's a little bit of a debate here on what they should play. I think they're thinking little hit and roll under the yellow, or were they calling the other option 2 of possibly freezing this one at the back of the 8-foot? Is that what the option 2 was, Clayton?
No, I think their second option would be just tapping the one that's the top 4 back. You've got to be lying 1 and 2 after this. If they freeze to the back one,
oh yeah, you're right.
Shot, so.
Yeah, you need 2. That's right. I forgot. They don't need to just steal 1. They need to steal 2 here.
I think they're playing the hit and roll by the ice they're giving.
You got to be pretty precise with this. Too much of a roll, and you don't even need Strouse to throw their last rock. trying to keep it straight. There's that little bit of a roll. So they do lie the 1 and 2. There's their 2 steal points that they need. And Strouse just needs to eliminate one of them. Sure, she's okay giving up the 1 and taking the win home with her. Here we go with the last rock in the 8th.
And that will go down as a 7-3 victory for Strouse at the RBC Wealth Management Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Coming from you from the Innovation Federal Credit Union iPlex in Swift Current. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to watch more games here at the Western Showdown.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.